Hello, hello, hello. Sorry for the delay. I was trying to use my new computer, but of course, there was an issue. Not recognizing my email for the Google sign in. And as usual, never enough time in the day, so I've been rushing all day. I still have on my workout clothes. I haven't even changed clothes since I've been home. So I got to change this chair. I also bought some new chairs to be more comfortable than the dining room chairs. It's not working. It's too low. So let me switch out chairs right quick. I'm sorry. I have one of those pub tables, so the chairs are high, and I thought that the office chairs that I bought would lift up high enough. So I'm going to be uncomfortable again today. I'm still going to be on this 1960s video quality since I need to master my new computer. So let me get started. One moment. Memento, please. It's about the only Spanish words I learned. I learned from when my mother was with my sister's dad. Memento and I think I love you is amo mucho, something like that. Anyway, I passed Spanish class in high school for being teacher's pet and teacher's aide. I'm sorry, that's not a good thing to say, but I put in work, just not the work that was 100% needed to learn Spanish. Okay, make this a little bit bigger. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Kayla is sleeping on the sofa. Like I said, we had a long day, and the heat just really drained us while we were outside exercising. Georgia humidity is no joke. So we were tired when we got home. And then we ate. And I tried to work on some of this stuff. So let me get started. Hello, everyone. Thank you for returning or visiting us for the first time. I am NECA, and my co-host, Kayla, who's really not required to be present on Wednesdays, but she said she was going to be, but her sleep just took her over. She's not able to wake up. Even her head is covered up. Um, Again, welcome to King's Legacy Group. Kayla is supposed to read the short disclosure, so I'm going to be reading the short disclosure and the long disclosure or disclaimer, whichever word you want to accept. Information we share is based on our own opinions, experiences, practices, and insight into the strategies suitable to our financial wellness for our family. We are not financial advisors, and our videos are for educational and entertainment purposes only. You must perform your own due diligence and seek a professional advice when you feel the need to confirm or expand your understanding of the knowledge of any topics covered on this channel. Please always remember to make smart decisions that suit your own needs and do your own research. Now, for the long disclaimer. King's Legacy Group platform is strictly here to share free public information that's intended to be used for public knowledge. King's Legacy Group is not, I repeat, not a financial or licensed firm or company, therefore not a financial advisor, attorney, investment broker, health professional, or business manager. You must do your own research and seek professional help when needed to achieve your personal and professional objectives. King's Legacy Group content is to be used solely for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes. Please be responsible and accountable in doing your own analysis of the information shared with, with this information of the financial wellness of your growth, which will contribute to your own directions of decision making and efforts in financial literacy. If you are new to this channel, King's Legacy Group is a financial literacy platform that is bridging the gap between the youth and the mature adult to achieve generational wealth, providing the tools and resources to understanding. Like today, we have our live Wednesday. We also have Sunday Live, which is geared towards the youth ages 12 to 17. And Wednesday is targeted towards the adults. These videos provide both the learning tools and the skills needed to develop and change our mindset, financial wellness that will help us make good money decisions that will empower us for life. King's Legacy Group is helping you understand that when you learn, you can grow, then you can earn the wealth that you deserve. Every video, you are given a reminder. Please, again, we appreciate you attending the video, being present either during the live video or viewing it afterwards. Please take a moment to click like, share, and hopefully leave a comment. We would like your feedback. If it's your first time visiting one of our channels, one of our videos, if you like it, please click subscribe. It only takes one time to click subscribe, and do the bell notification if you would like to be notified of any posted videos or live videos. Again, we appreciate if you would do this. This helps with our analytics and to grow our platform on social media for YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Remember that putting pen to paper helps you retain the information better. So whenever you watch our videos, I was hoping to do today where I could have shared my computer on the new computer, shared my content on the new computer. So since I wasn't able to, I'll be ready Sunday. So having pen to paper is helpful. It helps you remember the information better when you put it in writing. I was about to say a woohoo to me getting a new computer, but since I can't get it going until it accepts my sign in for YouTube, I'm still gonna say yoo-hoo because I'm glad I got a new one, and the video quality will be better on the new computer than this one. At least that's what it looked like when I tried it out before at the store. From last week's assignment, you were advised to set up your emergency fund. Have you done that yet? You should have walked through your bills, understand the amount of debt you have, what's a priority, meaning what's a need and a want. And from that point on, you should have been able to set up a budget. I'm actually going to do a pre-recorded video that I'm going to post tomorrow, which goes over the budget, how to set up a reliable budget that's going to work for you in your situation. I was going to include it today, but again, trying to keep the time at an hour. I had to break down some of the content. So look for that. Again, it'll be posted tomorrow evening when I get home from work. So either look for it late tomorrow evening or tomorrow Thursday, or look for it first thing Friday. But that would be just a pre-recorded video explaining how to break down and work through your budget plan. And of course, start the process of how you're going to create your emergency fund. I'm going to make a note of that. One moment. Red, so I don't forget. Okay, last Wednesday I mentioned I was going to go over personal credit and business credit. I'm actually only going to go over the personal credit today. I'm going to wait until next week to go over the business credit because it's a whole lot more information. And again, I don't want to run out of time or run over time. Where is before I do this, I want to give some understanding of what we're doing here at King's Legacy Group. If you have not shared this platform with family, friends, significant others, anybody that you know has the need to get better with money, get a better understanding of how to use money as your leverage, how to build and grow your money, how to have financial security for life, how to prepare yourself for retirement, how to take care of your family in the event when something happens to you. This platform is for everybody. I'm just going to run through just a few of who needs to be present on this platform, on this journey of financial wellness and mastering financial literacy. You yourself should be here, and I thank you for being here. Kids starting at age 12, if your child is able to soak up the information before age 12, then great. Let them be involved. Let them look at the videos with you on Sunday. Grandparents. A lot of us grandparents, yes, I'm a grandparent too. We were not taught this information in school, weren't even taught it when I was in college. Our parents did not know how to teach our kids financial literacy. The majority of us were taught the basics on getting a job, going to college, saving your money, getting a 401k, setting up some kind of retirement plan. But the point is, we were not given the full information. We were just given the tidbits of mediocre living. That's not the way to live. So grandparents, we want to leave our family legacy, not just money, not just a financial inheritance. But we have to leave them the literacy to, once they get that inheritance, they can continue to make that money grow and manage that money accordingly and successfully, so that they can repeat the same process and leave it to their family. Spouses, husband, wives, if you all are married or you in a committed relationship, you have to be on the same page financially to grow as a couple. Have some peace of mind as a couple when it comes to finances. Baby daddies, and I'm going to say baby mamas who are not full-time custodial parents. You made the choice to have sex and bring a child into this world. So you automatically signed yourself up for the responsibility of providing and taking care of your child or children. You are obligated to not make any excuses, do what needs to be done to make sure your children or child are ready for life. Our nieces and nephews need to be present because they're part of the extended family too. They're part of the main family and the extended family. Generational wealth is about family generations, not just your immediate family that came from you, but all of the family. Teenage parents. I was a teenage parent, no shame. I did what I was supposed to do as a parent, and I think I did a pretty good job. So no shame there. It is what it is, and what happened happened. You need this more than anybody else because you're starting out with not even the basic adult knowledge, skills, and mental maturity to know what you need to do now. You're just going to be on a train hustling to financially survive and take care of you and your child or children. You need to be here. I'm trying to provide the information that will help you do better and be better with less stress. Women, I'm going to say men too, abusive relationships. I had mentioned on last video that a few weeks ago, I realized that in learning financial literacy, that instills the self-discipline and commitment, the drive, and the focus that you accumulate as a human being. These traits help you make better decisions in other aspects of your personal life because you're going to be at a point where you are focused looking at the final goal of what you're trying to get to. Financial literacy, honestly, I was surprised that I thought this when I did. It really is a great foundation to start with. Allow that commitment that's growing in you will help your other decision making in personal life and in business life. But it's going to focus on personal right now. Not going to get into the abusive relationship situation right now. That's for King's Legacy Group after hours. But this can be your support system to change your mindset so that you leave that abusive relationship. Because it's not going to be worth your time, effort, or heart for what you think is love. You're not going to deal with that mess anymore. Couples, again, in a committed relationship and marriage, you got to be on the same page to make it work. College students. College for me was a negative and a positive, but it is a institution of greed. And sorry to tell you this, but depending on the profession you're going into in college, college really doesn't prepare or teach you what you really need to know after college. My perception, my opinion, college should be an institution that put emphasis and teaches you how to have your own business, not trying to work for someone else. And their emphasis is more on working for someone else. I'm not saying it's wrong, of course not. But still, for the money that we spend for college, oh my God, come on now. College system has to get better. I'm just going to run through the rest. Teens approaching adulthood. Yes, you need a true wake-up call. Because you think you're grown, because you officially turn 18, no, you are not grown. You're not ready for the world. You still need your parents' guidance if your parents are guiding you right. If you are incarcerated individuals, financial literacy and financial wellness, generational wealth, financial wealth is not cut off or limited to you because you have criminal history. If you have paid for your past behavior, you are putting forth effort to change because of your mindset has changed. And forget about what your past was. Focus on what your future is. You can achieve the same thing like any other citizen with financial literacy and financial growth. No excuse. Military families, you all have a general introduction to financial literacy, but this platform can help you expand it even further. Educators, middle school, high school, whatever the case may be. And surprisingly, there are more millionaire teachers than you all may think. Now, the surprising part about that, not too many teachers actually share the information. But there are a lot of teachers that are actual net worth millionaires. Employers, if you really care about your employees, you really need to help them understand financial literacy, generate financial generational wealth. And even though you have a business, a company, organization, whatever the case may be, you still may be missing some information to expand your business. But if not, if you have things in order where you've been able to establish a reputable and profitable business, then yes, provide your employees with the same information. Being a manager and, and being in other leadership roles, I always inspired people that work up under me to surpass me. Don't try to stay at a job forever unless you're trying to grow within that company. I always want to teach. I have always wanted to teach my employees, master what you're here to do. Take that information, go somewhere else, and grow if you can't grow where you're at now. So, employers, share the information with your employees. They can either grow in your company and make it even more of a success, or you are given the opportunity to hire a new set of people and inspire them to do the same. You're going to be remembered for that, the best company they worked for, because that company cared about their employees, not just cared about them for what they were doing for the company. It's going to be funny, but even if you are in currently in the criminal industry, unless you're a kingpin, you have millions, you have a safe stash of millions that law enforcement can't take. You need to be looking at this too. Take what you're doing now, turn it into legitimacy, leave the illegal stuff alone, and create real safe generational wealth for you and your family. People with bad behaviors, again, the characteristics of learning financial literacy will help you change your bad behaviors. Boys that need to learn manhood and women that need to learn womanhood. This is for you. If you're a family member waiting for another family member to pass away so you can get your inheritance, this is for you as well. I know that sounds harsh, but like I said, I'm the person that's always saying what needs to be said. It is what it is. It's a fact. There are people that are waiting for their family members to pass to get inheritance. Okay, well, if you haven't learned financial literacy and know how to keep that money and make it grow, you're just gonna lose that inheritance once you get it. You're gonna blow through it and destroy it. Men or women looking for a sugar daddy or sugar mama. You gotta get out that mindset. Make your own money. Someone who just wants to be rich but don't want to put in the effort to be rich. This is for you. To achieve that goal, there's a process and plan you must follow. Someone who wants financial freedom, there is a process and plan you must follow. People who want peace of mind. And as I have aged, I have learned to value peace of mind. It's actually more valuable than money. This is one of the ways to have peace of mind when it comes to your finances. Okay, enough on that part. Power of credit. I'm going to just go over some brief tips. And time is going to be running out soon. I'm actually going to post a PowerPoint that will break down everything tonight. I'm going to post it by late tonight. So the full extent of about personal credit, I'm going to post a PowerPoint tonight. It'll be late tonight, but I'm going to finish it when I get off the video. It's going to give a complete breakdown. That way you can have it to take snapshots of or be able to easily refer back to it as far as for reference. So the full breakdown of personal credit, I'm going to post it late tonight. You can view it tomorrow. And again, by Friday, you'll be able to view the emergency fund breakdown. So we all know what personal credit is. It is your money credit card, your credibility record, your stability record, your ability to be trusted. That is what your credit is. If you are in a situation of bad credit and you're struggling to get through to see the light, or you're struggling to understand how to get out of the situation so that you can do better because you want to do better, but choosing to ignore the problem or problems is not going to work. You can't accomplish anything by ignoring it and it's going, wishing it to go away, or you making the choice to deal with it later. There's no point in dealing with it later. It's going to get worse when you wait to deal with it later. So we all know that you have to, the strategic way of building personal credit is make your payments on time by setting up an automatic payment via your bank, bill pay, or other available methods if you can't go through your actual bank. Because remember, I told you that setting it up through your brick and mortar bank bill pay system is a security measure. Because when you share too much of your information with third parties, you run the risk of identity theft. If you don't have an actual bank account, which you should, but if you don't, then you can use the platforms of your creditors. Just be vigilant in checking your credit history, your credit reports, either every month or every quarter, just to see if there's any errors showing in your on your credit report, or any identity theft issues. Again, building your personal credit. pay down your debt, keep your utilization low under 30%. Now, I'm really going to go into detail on the PowerPoint, but there are too many people that have the misunderstanding of utilization. Okay, I had mentioned this before in another video. I think it was the last one or the one before. Your credit card has a credit limit. If your limit is $1,000, people have the misperception that you should only spend 30% of that $1,000 every month and pay that off every month by the due date. You'll be fine with your utilization. It's not how that works. You can use your entire credit limit every month. Every month, if your limit is $1,000, you got $999 that you could use every month. The strategy is before the due date, at least 5 business days before the due date. And the reason I say 5 days, in the event it's the weekend or it's a holiday in between that time period, that could cause your payment to post later. So, minimum 5 days before the due date of your credit card bill, you can pay back 70% of that balance. Do I choose to do that? No, but I'm just giving you the highest number. As long as you pay back 70% of that balance at least 5 days before the due date, and let the remaining, no, I'm sorry, and the remaining 30% needs to stay on there until after the due date. The reason, and that's your 30%. 30% is what you're going to be, the interest rate is going to build on. The reason I say this, I said this before, if you have a balance on your credit card and you pay that balance off every month before or by the due date, your utilization is calculated in the system the day of your due date. So if you have nothing there because you paid 100% off for the due date, then you're not registering as having used credit and a utilization. And also, the purpose of a credit card company, they are a business. They are in business to make money off of the credit that you use, the credit that they advance you. They're not making no money off of you. Eventually, you can run the risk of that credit card company canceling your card because you are of no benefit to them. Credit card companies do not care about you building your credit. They want you to mess up your credit because that's how they get more money. So let me get back to the example. So if you max out your credit card every month, of which you can do, the only thing is you need to make sure that you pay at least 70% of that balance at least 5 days before the due date. Leave the remaining 30% to post or flag on the due date, and then you pay it within 5 days after the due date. If you pay it on the due date, also, it's not going to register. So therefore, your credit is actually not growing. Your credit score is not growing. You are being of no use to the credit card company. Now, me personally, If I were to max out my credit cards every month, I'm actually going to pay 90%. This is my personal choice. I'm going to pay 90% of that balance. For example, my rent. When I pay my rent, I pay with my credit card. Two reasons. We pay our rent and don't get any benefit from it other than keeping a roof over our head. But credit-wise, financially wise, it's not helping us anyway. So even if I was in a situation where I didn't have all my rent to pay on time, physical money of it to pay on time, then why not use your credit card to pay it on time and in full? Then you have 20-day, 25-day time frame to come up with your rent, the difference of, pay the credit card. So you are generating a good pay history with your credit card and with your credit reports. You're paying this high balance because your rent and mortgage is the highest. Well, you ain't gonna worry about your mortgage because it's being reported to the credit bureaus. Your rent is your highest bill that you pay every month. That's the most money that comes out of your pocket. Why not use it as leverage? So, me personally, if I were to max out my credit card, I'm going to pay 90% 5 days before the due date, then pay the other 10%, let it roll over and accumulate that little interest off the 10%, and then pay it within 5 days of that. I'm building my credit. I have on-time payments. My credit score is going up. And not just with the credit card, but even because my account are linked to my Experian Boost, that's an additional increase on my credit score because it's recognizing the bill pay. That's 2 for the price of 1 as far as my credit score going up. So taking one credit card and using that for my rent only, I'm taking advantage of the leverage that is offered and doing it that way. Building my credit history, good credit history, building my credit score. I had mentioned also, I had made a post on social media from the end of February up until last week. Well, it even went up some more this past week. I just got another notification that my score went up too. My score went up 100 points just in this short period of time. That's a short period of time. So, do we understand the utilization so far? If you have more than one credit card, let's say each credit card is $500. Let's say you got 3 credit cards and each one is $500. You think that if you only have a balance due 30% on each card, you're good? No. You're over 30% if that's the case. Way over 30%. Okay, let's just make it simple. 2 credit cards. So you thinking if you only spend 30% on one card and 30% on the other card, you good? No. Because now your DTI is higher because you're using more than 30% with the combined cards. But again, all that's going to be broken down on the PowerPoint I'm going to post tonight. It'll be better for you to understand what I'm saying with a visual view of what I'm saying. Okay. If you are struggling to build your credit score or your credit score is low, it really is not that hard to get it up. I say it's not hard because with that commitment and drive that you have to want to do better, be better with your finances, the word hard doesn't apply. to the situation. Just getting over what you need to do. You'll feel better about it. You'll see the positive results at the end just by being disciplined and committed and focused. So regardless of how low it is, make your first goal to get your credit score, because the FICO score ranges from 300 to 850. Your initial goal, if your credit score is really low, forget about it being low. Focus on getting it to where you need to for the first goal. Your first goal is to get your score 620. The range of 620 to 679 is a good. It's considered an A, B plus. Once you reach that goal, if you follow the strategies that I share with you, once you reach that goal, which will be soon, you strive to get your score to 680. 680 to 750 is considered very good, A plus. And once you get to that point, it's smooth sailing. Then your road would be even easier to get 751, 850, which is considered excellent, A plus plus. To achieve paying off debt, to achieve reaching your FICO score goals, you need to think about how and when you can get started generating multiple streams of income. Unless you got one good job or one good career where you make a good amount of money, focus on that, do what you need to do. Awesome. Your road is even easier now. But if not, if you're low to mid income and you struggling, then you need to find additional streams of income to bring in that additional income to beat down the negative aspects of your credit and ability to save. You got to beat it down. So we know that the FICO score is your GPA, your report card. You get a report card in high school, you start as an adult, you get your college transcript, step into a career, and you have your FICO credit score. Those are the three main report cards you're going to have in your life. And each one shows your credibility. Unfortunately, numbers are not only, but the main things that are the first impressions of us when it comes to finances and business and generational wealth. So again, how to strategically build your personal credit. Again, make your payments on time, pay down your debt, keep your utilization low under 30%. Personally, I keep my utilization at 15%. And since January this year, I didn't even ask for them, although I had a plan to ask for credit limit increases 3 times a year. So 3 times the first year. If I needed it the next year, I do 2 times. I didn't even have to ask. They actually sent me a letter every other month saying that I had a credit increase, a credit limit increase. But I still kept, even if I was to order something or buy something with my credit card, let's say one card, the credit limit, let's say $400. Even if I bought a thing or some things that equal $300, as soon as I made that purchase, within a week of that purchase, honestly, if not the very next day, I paid half of that. I paid 150 of it. And then 5 days before the due date of the statement, I paid 70% of that 150 that was left, and left the rest on the card to roll over to pay them a little interest then pay it off within 5 days of that. That way, everything is accounted for, verified. My record is in the system with the credit bureaus. My on-time payment, my low utilization, it's in the system now. So it's not that if you're on a budget or living below your means, does not mean you can't treat yourself. I actually choose to treat myself with something I want one time a month. Get something I want for me. Now I know when my mom get all my packages, I mean that's my permanent address. I don't care where I'm living at. That's where I know I can have mail delivered safely with packages sitting outside. So I know she probably think I'm just spending money left and right. But no, a lot of the stuff that I order is something I need or it's for my business to help it grow. Like books and stuff, that's to help me grow, therefore helps my business grow. So I'm sure my mama be like, what is Tanae buying now? But no, usually the bigger boxes are the ones that I'm getting for myself of what I want. I deserve it. So it's not that you can't have fun or do things for yourself when you're on a budget or living below your means. You budget to treat yourself. I'm planning a vacation in July. I'm planning to treat myself. I'm not going to spend a lot of money, but I'm going to treat myself, enjoy myself. I wish I could get back on another cruise, but I got to wait for another year. I got to see what's going on because it don't look like it's really progressing the way it should be on these cruise ships. Yes, I need another cruise vacation. It's the only time my brain goes completely free because I know I can't help you, can't get to you, can't do nothing for you. Okay, all right, run out of time. Become an authorized user on someone else's good and stable credit history. Again, you do not get access to the card. You're just being added as an authorized user to help build your credit. When I start the process to rebuild my good credit, I asked my oldest son to add me to his credit cards because I know he's responsible with his money. So that helped get my credit score up as well. Although they did send the card to the house when I told them not to, it's still in the envelope in my desk. Not using it, didn't activate it, don't need to. Okay. So if you can find somebody you can trust and know that's responsible with their money, and like they gotta, it's not like they have to trust you because you're not going to be using the card. You don't have access to it. And I'm going to explain that in more details also. Because even though you are an authorized user, depending on what you're trying to purchase, like a house, the lenders don't care nothing about that authorized user. Because you ain't using it, it doesn't represent your pay history. But it's still a benefit to help your credit score grow. It doesn't help, well, the time on their account helps you also. But anything else other than the time they have had their account puts time on your credit history, and the credit score can increase with their continued good pay history. But that's the only thing you get out of that. So again, I'll explain that in more details in the PowerPoint. Start small, paying off your debt, and work your way up to the top of the mountain. Although I say start small and pay off the lowest to the highest, before you start with paying off the lowest, the first lowest, figure out if the debt is more than 2 years old. If it's more than 2 years old, focus on the most recent lowest debt. Anything that's 2 years old or more, you can actually put that on the end of your snowball effect, because what's more current, is not more than 2 years old, is impacting your credit score and credit history more negatively than the older debt. I'm not saying don't pay the older debt. I'm saying you can look at the time frame, the age of your debt. If it's more than 2 years old, you can put it at the end or put it in the middle of you paying back your debt, because the 2 years or more has less impact on your credit because of the history, because of the age of the debt. Again, it'll be explained more visually on the PowerPoint. If you must rebuild your credit score, get a secured credit card. If you can't get unsecured credit, if you have heard negative about having a secured credit card, I'm going to explain what that is in reference to. That only applies if you are in business and you're trying to generate business credit. So that doesn't apply for well, it can apply for the personal. I'll explain that more on the PowerPoint. But overall, there's nothing wrong with getting a secured credit card. That's your only option to get back in the game or get in the game of building credit through credit cards. So the money that you put in to set up your secured credit, or continue to put into your secured credit card, then take that time that you need to establish a reputation that can be trusted with credit. And probably after 6 months, usually takes 6 months, if you have a good record with that secured credit card, then that entity is going to offer you an unsecured credit card after your pattern of good habits. So it's an ends to a mean. I'm sorry, it's a means to an end. It's a means to an end. You messed up your credit, so this is what one of the things you need to do to help rebuild it. Get over it, get it done, get past it, see the reward in the end. As far as a secured credit card, make your first choice with your current brick and mortar bank or credit union. If you must use a third party credit card company, use a reputable one. Capital One, Discover, those type of cards, those type of companies. Not the companies that are on that are offered through the credit check platforms like Credit Karma and stuff like that. Don't use them cards. Do not accept them cards. You have other options to get credit. Do not accept those applications and process to get a credit card. Those companies that are sending you emails and the suggestions that are made, like Credit Karma. Credit Karma is only good to have reasonable insight of what your credit score is, because it's not accurate. It's close, but it's not accurate. Then you got to understand how all of that is broken down. Be in the PowerPoint. Oh, run out of time. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, Credit Karma. They're also good to keep track of the information that appears on your credit report. So that's your free way of keeping track, checking on your credit report. Only 2 of them on Credit Karma. So of course, ouch, to get all 3, you have to go through a specific website, and all 3 can be free. There are even options to get a free credit score. I'm going to put all that in the PowerPoint. I don't have time to break down today. I think I'm going to have to, instead of waiting till Wednesday morning, because I don't do my other job, where I take off my other job Sundays and Wednesdays. I think I need to reevaluate my time management so that I could take off Tuesdays, get everything done for the videos. I can't take off Saturdays because that's way too much money. I figured out, but I don't like pushing myself at the last minute to be ready on Sundays and Wednesdays for the video content. And it's not working for me to make sure I'm able to time the content for it to fit within an hour. I have too much information. So I'm going to reevaluate my strategy and work it out. But the full personal credit breakdown will be posted late tonight. You all can see it tomorrow on YouTube, and I'll even post the connection on Facebook so that you all can access it, and TikTok and Instagram. I want you all to be mindful of the 5 components of your credit score, how your credit score is developed. If you don't know, and you're about to hear it now, but I'm sure most of you do, the five components of your credit score. 10% of your credit score is based on inquiries. 10% is based on the type of debt. And I'll explain the type of debt. All of this will be explained in the PowerPoint. It's going to be a lot of pages. It's the only way I can get all the information to you. Even if I just verbally tell you everything, you're not going to be able to write everything down in a timely manner. You might miss something. So I'm going to put it in the PowerPoint so that you have it. Pretty much going to be giving you the master class for the credit, for personal credit and business credit. Well, business credit will not be PowerPoint. We'll get to that later. So 10% of inquiries, 10% of the type of debt, 15% based on the length of credit history. Well, let me finish this first. 30% is debt to income ratio, and 35% is your payment history. Your activity of these things determine the direction of your credit score. Now, let me get back to 15% length of credit history. Let me tell you one of the biggest misconceptions of student debt, your student loans, my student loans, which is my next project. Get rid of, not paying off all of it. I'm going to get rid of some of it before I pay the rest of it off. Anyway, I'll share those strategies with you later. But length of credit, student loans. If you are not making payments or behind on your payments because of deferment or whatever the case may be, the length of your student loans, we normally have for years, for a long time. I'm in the IBR, income-based repayment plan. So if you are deferred or whatever reason you're taking a break because of the pandemic, that the president is extended the payments on student loans, I'm just hoping he come up with something good before he leave office, because anyway, another discussion. That age, the age of your student debt, helps your credit. The longer age you have of an account on your credit report, your credit history, helps you, your credit scoring system. It's only a problem when your student loans have to be considered for the DTI, debt to income ratio. That usually only happens when you are trying to buy a house. That's the only negative of student loans when you're trying to buy a house and you still have payments due. But other than that, your student loan helps you because it's a long aged debt. And the length of credit history is considered is 15%. So your student loans can be a positive and a negative. Only a negative when you're trying to buy a house. Okay? Let's see. Yeah, I have a lot to share in the PowerPoint for the personal credit. You all are going to love that information. And if you all view the PowerPoint, please leave me a comment. Tell me what you thought of it. Please. I know things are still fresh and new for the platform, but I'm doing all of this to help people. Need to know that I'm reaching and actually helping people. Please. I don't understand. Anyway, what else do I want to go over before? I'm already at an hour. I'm going to go over the tips for today. There are 2 ways to build wealth. Accumulated wealth, which is living below your means in order to stockpile money for investment. The second way is inherited wealth, wealth that has been passed down. Unfortunately, many of those in African American communities are not given the privilege to either of these. The end result is a strong wealth inequality that exists between other cultures or communities and the African community itself. The only way to escape this never-ending cycle is to understand why it is there and how to break it. It is that poverty mindset, not taking action to act on gained knowledge. I'm trying to provide knowledge. I'm trying to give you the power you need to change your poverty mindset, your relationship with money, and your ability to build wealth. That's why we're here. That's why King's Legacy Group is here. If I could take a hammer and beat you in the head with it, I would, for you to understand. If I could curse to say the words to make you understand the impact of how important it is, Ebony, I'm really working on not cursing. And I really focused on this video because an old friend reached out to me and commented on the video, and I truly appreciate that. It was good information. But I really try to focus on not cursing on Sundays because that's targeted towards the youth. So I will put more thought and effort into not cursing even on the Wednesday for the adults. Because my friend asked me to. I'm listening. When y'all make comments, I'm listening. I will put forth an honest effort. To-do list. I want you to create a monthly to-do list. I want you to clean out your emails. I had mentioned this in the Sunday video to the youth. Depending on their age, they need to get started on this as well. Create a monthly to-do list. Clean out your emails. Make specific files for your emails. Sit down to review your bills and budget, then recommit to the plan. File your bills and other documents where they are designated to go in your home. Put aside 1 day a month to take care of yourself. It is okay to be selfish. And if you are a person that has been used to taking care of everybody else, putting everybody else before you, it is okay to take a break and put yourself first. And do not be apologetic about it. Revisit the goals and strategies you have in place to see if any adjustments are needed. That's not something that you're going to just set, plan, and go. You're going to have to revisit it sometimes because your circumstances, life situations may change where you need to make adjustments. So make those adjustments so that you can stay on track. Please declutter your home. That's a polite way of me saying clean your house up, organize your papers, organize your life. And not just the physical stuff I'm talking about your emotional also. Declutter your mind, declutter your heart. This process of financial literacy does not just mean money. It does not just mean money at all. It's a whole realm of what you're going to be able to accomplish by starting here, starting now, making the choice to change, do better, and be better. Life lessons. Stop being your own problem, making the bad choices and crippling bad money habits. You are your problem, nobody else. Even if you want to blame it on a man, blame it on a job, blame it on income, okay, only you can fix it. Only you can change it. Only you can choose to accept what's acceptable and what's not in your life. It's nobody else's fault. I don't care if you're in an abusive relationship and that man beating the crap out of you. You are choosing to be there because you have choices to get out. And I'm even talking to the extreme abuse cases where the man probably tried to kill you. Another discussion. I don't want to get off track. Parents, stop using and abusing your kids' credit because you have destroyed yours. You not even giving your child the chance to start on a clean slate. If you're using your child's credit, stop. Pay it off. Stop using it. Stop messing it up. Stop co-signing for others, even when you think they can be trusted to pay it, because there are life circumstances, unpredictable situations that you have no control over. If something happens to the person that you trusted to co-sign for, and they've been doing what they're supposed to do, but if something happens to them physically, financially, you have no control over that. It's going to fall on you and mess up your circumstances. Stop co-signing for people. I told my kids a long time ago, I don't care what situation I may be in, don't even co-sign for me if I ask you to. And I cannot get upset if they say no. Stop lending money to people that don't have a good record of paying money back because they are irresponsible with their money. So how can they respect your money? Now, I'm not saying don't loan money to anybody because there are people that keep their word. Make sure they put emphasis on honoring what they said with you and paying you back. Use a little, you know, every situation has to be looked at individually. But you know those people who got bad money habits and probably not gonna pay you back. You can't be mad when they don't. Even when they done got their taxes, even when they done got a stimulus check, even when they done got a windfall of money, they ain't came to see you to pay you back now one dime. So yeah, do not be in a relationship that's one-sided, emotionally or physically, because it's draining. That will drain your life force. You are in a one-sided bad relationship. that's emotionally and financially draining the life out of you. We got to choose better for ourselves. We got to be okay saying no. If it interferes with your life objectives, it's okay to say no. I think I've been on my no journey for probably the past 10 years. Well, probably the past 6 to 10 years. I am so comfortable saying no. Now, unfortunately, the other person takes it personal, but it has nothing to do with them. It's me making a choice on how I want to live my life and what impacts my life negatively. You don't have to tolerate or accept that in your life. If it's a problem and going to interfere with what you got going on, don't apologize. I love you, but no. When it bothers you, speak up. Okay. Oh Lord, it's way over an hour. Content for next week. I'll be covering on the next video Wednesday. I will go over home record keeping and go over the business. When I do it next Wednesday for the business credit breakdown, I will share the PowerPoint live. Okay, I'm not going to post it later like I'm going to do for tonight for the personal credit. So that's going to be covered next Wednesday. Now I want to give you a heads up. Starting next week for Sunday, I'll in conjunction with doing the YouTube live, I'll be doing the Facebook live. That'll be from here on out. So for those of you that on YouTube, fine, but some of you don't have Facebook or don't view YouTube, whatever the case may be, you'll be able to access it on both platforms as opposed to me just posting the link on the other social media platforms. I will be implementing a learn and earn incentive. I will let you know when that will be starting, but what that means is I'm working on the guidelines, but for right now, you have to like at least, not every, but at least 10 videos. You have to share those same videos on your social media platforms. You have to make at least, if it's 10, you have to make at least 5 comments on different videos. Okay? Even if you were to do 20, you have to still make at least 5 comments on 5 different videos. And once I see proof of that, I will send you a gift card. It's either going to be $20 or it could run anywhere from 10, 20 to 50. It depends on how much you help the platform grow by doing the simplest, easiest thing, the free things. Free, little effort with a finger. Anyway, I'm going to offer incentive for those that help support this platform. I will share the list of gift cards that will be available to choose from. And I'm still working out the breakdown of it to determine what gets you a $10, what gets you a $20, and what gets you a $50 gift card. I'm not asking you for money. I'm offering to give you money just by doing what I asked you to do for free already. Next, one-on-one consult. I will be offering this soon. I will announce when I will start doing this, even just for an hour session. If you need one-on-one consult, which will be normally by Zoom, unless I know you personally and we live near each other, we can meet up and have a social distance 1 hour consult. But if not, it'll be Zoom. Just 1 hour. If you want consult on your specific business, whether starting or in your business or how to grow your current business, you want me to talk with your youth on life skills and financial literacy, or you could make it a group session, like you have your family come over to your house and do the group. And we can do that in a 1 hour session. It's only going to be $20. Even for the group, $20 for an hour. We'll communicate by email before for you to give me the things you want to cover or have concerns of or questions of. And I'll in turn send you an email of what the outline would be so that we can cover it within that short period of time in an hour. $20 is all I'm charging. Now, if that time is needed for more, then it's going to be $25 an hour. So if you only need me for 2 more hours, that's $50 plus your 20. So that's $70 total for a 3-hour session. It'll probably be an hour on one day, 2 hours on the next day, or 1 hour on a second day and 1 hour on the third day. We can break it up depending on our schedules. We can, work that out. But $20 the first hour, and then $25 for each additional hour that you ask for. Unless you want to wait until I do the master class. Of course, it's going to be more then. But yes, my first rollout of product is going to be my long-term investment logbook. I will be announcing that soon. And to just give you a little insight on future goals for King's Legacy Group, we're going to have webinars, and I'm going to start my webinars this year. I'm going to officially start a master class this year. I just don't know what month yet because I'm trying to get all my material together for presentation. And by summer next year, there's a lot more going on. I'm just mentioning these 3 things right here. By summer next year, I'm hoping to be able to do a kids summer boot camp. I'm working out the details on how long, how many weeks that would be, how much that will cost. But again, I'm not, it's going to be low. I'm more concerned about getting more people involved, being able to afford it, than trying to jack up prices to help the few as opposed to the many. Just like when I did my resumes, I didn't charge what I should. I could have charged $225 for my resumes, but I charged a whole lot less because I was more concerned about more people that I could help. The money would come with the more people. And 80% of my business was repeat customers. So that was more important to me than trying to jack the price to get more, help few over more. Right. Closing statement. Hope that you found some value in the content shared today. So until next time, take care of yourselves and know that knowledge is real power. And again, the PowerPoint will be posted late tonight. So you'll be able to look at it tomorrow for the personal credit breakdown. It's going to be a lot of information, and you're going to see there's no way I could have put it into the video. No way. Even if I had the PowerPoint completed, there was no way I can go over everything. It's going to be more than what you have ever heard. So you're welcome. Wake up and you call. What do you want?
Okay. Goodbye.
Yes, goodbye. Good night, people. Bye.
Be safe.